Hey my chow line, just want to catch up with you. It's been a while since I had a video. We're going to get into the latest video. Going to enjoy some nice whiskey in a finished in a rum barrel from 550 Chord Inc. This is their bottled by Old House. Going to enjoy a nice Warfighter cigar while I share what we've been up to. All right, so the latest video. Our latest video is you'll see here is a event we put on just before the 4th of July. It's been a busy month. End of June through July has been super busy, so I apologize for not getting any videos out. We've been recording content, just haven't been able to put anything together. But we did an event, a veteran event, and we did a experiment. We experimented with, can you make good pulled pork at home no matter what kind of fuel source you have if you treat it right. So in this video, we had 4 types of grills. We had 4 pork shoulders seasoned the exact same way, treated the exact same way. We had a Weber Kettle grill using Briquet charcoal. We had a pellet grill, which was a Yoder, and it was using Treager pellets, competition pellets. We had a big green egg using Green Eggs brand lump charcoal. And then we had a homemade grill that we used just oak and hickory wood on. So you have 4 different fuel sources on these grills, trying to figure out which one makes it taste best. Can you make it at home? Do you have to use wood in order to get good pulled pork? Because one of the guys had brought it up to me. He was like, hey, I can't make my pulled pork like yours. I said, well, that's not entirely true. I think you can. So we did an experiment. 2 of the grills were his. Bob is one of my buddies. And then borrowed a Weber kettle from a buddy. Shout out to Chad Tackett, Tackett Family Farms. And then I brought over my new-to-me trailer grill. And we cooked 4 pork shoulders on a Saturday. And then we did a taste test on Sunday. Treated them all exactly the same. And then we had some veterans come over to help us do a taste test. And we had criteria. We had a sheet and everything. We printed it all out. We have a scorecard, all that. It was a blind taste test. They didn't know. They knew we had 4 grills, and they knew we were tasting for that, but they had no idea which one was which. Interesting. The results were astonishing. Just doing the cook, we thought they would all cook differently. They didn't. The wood-fired grill got a better crust on it sooner, faster, which may not be all that great. Temperatures were all the same. The Weber kettle didn't have a gauge on it, so we had to kind of, play with that one. That one was the curveball for us. We had not run one. I hadn't run a kettle in years, so we weren't even sure it would work. But they all stayed within 10 degrees of each other when we did temp checks and all that stuff. So they all stayed together. They all cooked together about the same. They were all within 30 minutes of each other being done. So that was an awesome and interesting perspective. They all cooked together. I think it took us about 6.5 hours from start to finish for the cook, and then we let it rest before we pulled them, and then we cooled them down real quick, got them in the fridge, cooled down, and then we warmed them back up all together the next day, separated, had them labeled, and then did our taste test. We had our 2 veterans, but we had my wife was there, Bob was there. They're both veterans, and then Adrian and Phil, both veterans. Adrian is a veteran, Army veteran, infantry, and then Phil was Air Force. Bob, I interviewed Bob at one point. He was in the Navy during Vietnam, and then my wife was Air Force. So we had veterans there, taste testing, blind, to not know what was what, and the results were as follows. We had 4th place was the Yoder. So the Pellets did not do well in the taste test. They were up there, all the taste testers said that the pork was amazing. If they would have paid for all 4 of those in a restaurant. But if you have to judge on the nuances, the Yoder was the least. Not as smoky, not as good in a lot of the ways. The next one was the Weber Kettle, and it was ranked a little bit higher. Like, there was a significant gap, in relatively speaking, between all 4 of them. There was a significant gap between the pellet grill and the Weber. The Weber surprised all of us that it was just the briquettes actually did really good, and we used the minion method on it, and we didn't hardly use any of the charcoal. It was super efficient. We were worried it wasn't cooking all the way because it wasn't consuming all the charcoal. Next was the wood fire grill with the hickory and oak, which means that the green egg with the lump charcoal came out on top, and it was tight between the top 2. So lump charcoal and wood, straight up wood, hickory and oak, were the top 2, which, you know, but if you use the Weber Kettle and you used lump charcoal in it, you would end up with the same results as the egg. The flavor was there, the profiles were there. Treating the meat the same, you can have really good barbecue at home. This just proves it. If you treat it right, it doesn't matter what you're using, you can have good barbecue. Pellet grill all the way up to just an offset wood, doesn't matter. You can get good barbecue at home. You just got to treat it right. Is my way the best way? No. Is it a good way? Yes, it's a very good way to get good barbecue consistently. So, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. It's been fun. We got other videos coming. Sorry it's been so late. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep up with the stuff coming up. I'm going to do a video for our 4th of July event we just got back from not long ago. Please stay tuned. Check out all the other videos we have. Recipes, great. Comment. Tell me what you think. Did you enjoy this? Was this a revelation for anybody? I don't know. But it was interesting to us, and it was great. We're going to try it with some other things too. We might change up and start using lump charcoal for a lot of things and see what we can get for different results for ribs and all this other stuff. So keep up with it. See you guys next time.